Good evening, salutations, my Days of Our Lives fans. I'm gonna be honest, there was quite a bit of stupid in this episode. Um, Sarah scenes are still just nauseating at this point. Um, I know some people like them, and that's great. It's just really not my thing at all. But let's start off with Tony and Anna for a minute. Because I'm going to be honest, as much as I don't like Anna, as much as she comes across as annoying and a dingbat, um, I think the way that Tony is handling this whole thing is absolutely ridiculous. Um, I'm like, bro, you've been married to her long enough to know that she can be very absent-minded, along with a lot of other things. One of the things she can be very absent-minded. So, she's like, hey, I want to have some food. You want to join me out there? Tony's being very passive-aggressive, and Snitch is saying that Anna's being insensitive, this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, this nurse decided to let Sarah use the phone to call Tony. And of course, she's hella disrespectful to Anna. Then she talks to Tony for a little bit. And at some point, because here's the thing, Maggie was at the hospital with Abby, and she found out that the whatever that drug did was a lot more severe in Sarah's case versus Abby's case, because Abby had champagne, so it kind of diluted some of the drug, but with um, Sarah, it was just the full dosage, just a lot, just straight on, no dilution, just the full range drug in her system. So Kayla was like, listen, you got two choices. You can either commit her to Bayview, or you can take her home. I cannot believe this next scene. I Oh my goodness. Okay, so she goes to the house. And they find out that Sarah's case is a lot worse than he thought. And so at first I'm sitting there thinking, Maggie, you're not stupid enough to sit there and ask Tony to have Sarah stay here, right? You're not that dumb, right? Because you do understand how that is completely disrespectful to her marriage. You're not that stupid. And as Anna said, Anna was like, "You're not gonna suggest you stay here, right?" I'm just gonna just have that question mark. Note it down. And she says, "No, I'm not gonna do that." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Man, for a minute, I was a little kind of worried that you're gonna say something that stupid. What was I thinking? You seem like you're a lot smarter than that. Tell me why this dingbat said, Tony, could you sit there and stay with us? I sat there. I said, what the? I got up. I took a walk. I got a drink of wine because I was like, I cannot believe. And then she started tearing and boo-hoo, my daughter this, and I don't know what else to do. And under any other circumstances, I would have been sympathetic. When she started doing that, it made me roll my eyes like, I get your daughter is going through a lot, but you're basically sitting there saying, Anna, I need you to sit there and take a backseat to your own marriage for a little bit. Because, my daughter, my daughter is a lot more important than your stupid little pathetic marriage, pretty much. I sat there and I said to myself, you gotta be out of your damn mind. And Tony more or less agrees to this idiotic part in this stupid storyline. I can't. Okay. I can understand why people were upset with the possession storyline. I get it. I get it. I'm enjoying it, but I understand why some people, they're not feeling it, and I get it. Um, And I know some people are enjoying this part of the storyline. And I'm just sitting there looking at it like, oh, you gotta be kidding me, right? This is a joke. Oh, y'all people are serious? So we're doing this. We're doing this. This is gonna happen. And I can, you know what? Let's just get through the rest of this view, because the longer I think about this part, the more. So Rafus trial is underway, or is going on, and long story short, he's found innocent. Ava is pissed. She calls up Gwen. She's all happy. Yeah, I got him. I took care of him. I'm screwing him over. He's gonna be there for 7 years, and it's all his fault. And I gotta tell you the truth, I did not feel any sympathy towards Rafe whatsoever. At all. I was like, bro, you know what? You deserve this for being a scumbag to her. Listen, I know Ava has done things that is questionable at best and just completely terrible at worst. But you begged this woman to stay when you knew you had feelings for somebody else. So honestly, tell you the truth, I felt like, you know what? This is good. This is good. You deserve this. You deserve all of this. All of it. But he was found innocent. And when Ava heard that, she flipped out. She started throwing things and everything like that. Where the hell is Ava at this point? Because I'm sitting there thinking, man, she got to be far away from Salem. I mean, the cops could be there at any point in time. She had got a flu just the other side of the ocean. I don't know, anywhere else except for there. L.A. or, whatever make-believe town that they got going on. She's in Rafe's kitchen. I sat there and I thought to myself, you got a pilot, you can go anywhere in the world. Where did you go? Where did you hide in plain sight? I don't understand that. I mean, you could have went anywhere. You chose to stay in Salem. Like, I, this is so. Oh, my goodness. This is where you get to, and I say this often: plot versus common sense and logic. You have the cops after you for breaking out of jail. Rafe is going to get what he deserves. You planted it, you worked out the plan perfectly. He's going to get his, and I cannot be any more happier. You got to be somewhere else, right? Like, you can't be in Salem. I mean, it's like she heard it. She heard the news. She got upset, and she practically just walked 2 blocks over and just showed up in Rafe's kitchen like some damn genie that just popped out of the bottle. Like, I think this makes me even more angry because there's been times where I've enjoyed episodes of Days more than GH. I've said this on the channel so many times that there's been episodes of Days that I'm like, yo, GH, what are you doing? Days is killing it. What's going on? Just step up your game, bro. Do something. And I watched this episode and I said, those fond memories when I was sitting there talk really highly of Days, like they were just killing it. And for a while, I felt like some of those episodes were blowing the other ones away. And today, you know what? I'm out of jokes. I'm out of puns. It is what it is. Xander, um, he went to go see Sarah, and she was acting all annoying and everything like that. But when he got back, because Gwen was sitting there talking to her dad, and Gwen asked, we still getting married? And Xander was like, I'm not sure. because I gotta sit there and see how Sarah's doing. I gotta see about her condition, and I just don't know. And he walks off, and I sat there and I said to myself, if this was any other woman, I would sit there and feel sorry for them, because I'm like, bro, what are you doing? I get it, the circumstance, you wouldn't be with her if Sarah was, around. But the thing is, you were with her. You made a commitment to her. And now you practically like, well, I gotta sit there and see how this other woman's not there doing. How you think that's gonna sit there and make her feel? Remember when she said, remember when you thought that she cheated on you and you were feeling all bad and you were going back to the bad boys ender and all this other stuff and the heartache and everything like that. But now you practically sat there and said, well, I gotta sit there and see how my other girl's doing. I mean, I gotta see how Sarah's doing. Um, but I'll talk to you about it later on. But I sat there and said, you know what, it's Gwen, so I, I really don't feel bad for her. I don't, and here's the thing. I want to feel bad for her. Despite all the crap that she's done, I want to feel bad for her. But it's because of all the crap that she's done that I can't feel bad for her. And on top of that, I sat there and said to myself, you did all this. You knocked your sister over the head. You could have practically killed her. Um, Between that and you know, you done a lot to try to keep this man in your life. Wearing Sarah masks and dealing with Kristen, all this stuff. You did all this for a man, which I've said this before. Listen, um, we're not worth all that. We're not worth prison time or your self esteem and your integrity and everything else. We're not worth that. Okay, that's not worth it. Okay, as much as I enjoy having it and try not to get too gross, I think you understand what I'm saying. Even that is not worth it ever. But she did all that, and this is what she's getting. And I sat there and I sat there and said to myself, Gwen, is it still worth it? You know all that? Is it still worth it? Now after Xander was sitting there being all whiny about, oh, you did this to Sarah, you left the drug there, wah, 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 wah. All right, Xander, are you done? Um, Abby was like, listen, maybe Roth can sit there and find a way to reverse the the conditioning, the drug that's in Sarah's system. At that point, he went from being all angry and everything like that to being like, oh, well, you know what? I gotta give her credit. Oh, now you're gonna give her credit. You got all up in her face, acting all like caveman like, and now you're like, oh, I gotta sit there and give her credit. So he goes back to the house. He tells her about Abby's idea to sit there and the reversal of Roth, maybe you can do that. He's like, I'm gonna go and see him in Stateville, and I want to know if you want to come with me. Oh, this should be good. This should be good. She says no. She's gonna push him away. She says yes, and somehow Roth gets caught of anything. What are you gonna do to shut him up? Because after all, keeping Xander, this is all worth it, right? Yeah, this is all worth it. Why do you guys sit there and write Trash or Melinda all like this angry, bitter, like because she walks up to Nicole, she's like, oh, I can sit there and still charge you with witness tampering and this, that, and the third. And, Nicole's like, try it. And she's like, well, don't sit there and get all smug because yada, 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 yada. And then she, like, walks away. And I'm like, is there ever a scene where she is somewhat of a decent human being? I mean, the only time I feel like she acts like she is a human being is when she talks about her daughter. When she talks about her daughter, she seems like she's a nice, decent human being. Don't get me wrong, we always need a villain. But damn, it must be so stressful being all angry and bitter 24/7. It's like, sweetheart, I don't want to sit there and say maybe you should get some to kind of, stop you from being all the time, but you gotta do something. Like, seriously, I feel like having that amount of anger inside of you and just being so bitter all the time is not good for your health. And I'm like, damn, if you don't do something, you may wind up with some medical problems. I'm just saying. I mean, don't get me wrong, chicken's still bad, but I mean, damn, you might want to just take it down just a notch. I don't even like Nicole. You need to take that down just a tad bit. Anyway, for the most part, I think I kind of got everything, the most important stuff. And with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video.